I was pretty in a bad place, depressed, a little bit of trouble. Didn't think things didn't look too great for me.
I have a friend that invited me many times to come to the Salvation Army. She had discovered it as a special place and wanted to share it with me as her friend.
When I first came to the Salvation Army, they offered me the Emergency Disaster Director position for Tallahassee, which has not been filled in quite some time, many years.
My godfather, he was like a leader for an after-school program at the Salvation Army.
I've been through a lot of very traumatic experiences in my life, family-wise, medical-wise, just a lot of things that I think most people have not experienced.
I started going to the Salvation Army when I was 13 years old. I was a Girl Guard invited by a friend of mine. I've been an employee with the Salvation Army for 33 years.
As a kid growing up in Miami, I had a lot of struggles with my family, and the Salvation Army was the first people there for me and my family.
Me and my daughter were invited to come to the Corps, become part of their family. Really enjoyed it. And then later, I was asked to become a full-time employee.
Things I'd gone through in my life, I thought my heart had been stomped on, and I didn't feel like I had a heart anymore. And that's where I was when I walked in that building.
My job at the Corps as youth director is to help bridge the gap between the community kids and the kids at the church. We want to bring the kids from the community and make them stay out of trouble by attending things that we have at the Corps.
When the tropical storm came through the Gulf and hit the Gulf Coast, a lot of flooding happened. Going into a disaster situation like that does take bravery because you do have a family at home. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if power lines are still down. You don't know how bad the flooding is. Are you wading in water? You don't know any of that.
The many jobs that I've sat at, I've got to see many different types of people that have come through the door, whether it be for material assistance, for spiritual guidance, or just needing someone to talk to.
When I first came to the Salvation Army, it was to enroll in the Christmas program for my kids. It was right after that I had gotten them back, and I was just in tears because I was still in a place where I had no idea what I was doing, where I was going, or how to get my life back, basically.
The compassion and the love that I have felt from the Salvation Army, has strengthened me.
When you meet them, they're compassionate themselves. They're happy people. They greet you. They smile all the time. They don't care what you're going through. They don't judge you. So I feel it. They instilled that in me, so I have to instill that in other people.
It's made me look at people. It's made me go help that little old lady across the street, or just give somebody a hug that I don't know, but I can just feel that they could probably need it, or just a little word where I may not have said anything before.
Sometimes it was very overwhelming, but at the end of every day, leaving the area that we serve these people at, you would drive back to the Corps and you'd just be thinking to yourself, wow, I helped 774 people today.
The Salvation Army, we're there to uplift people. When they come in the door, we're there to give them whatever the need may be. If we can help them with utility bill, or put food on their table, or just to pray with them and give them some hope of when they walk out the door, that they have a different outlook on life.
I'm glad that the Salvation Army is there for me and my daughter, to give us both direction.